Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's week 14. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
They motion a receiver left. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motion man right is Smith. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few. The Eagles are in punt formation. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight to the air here. It's Young. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Young. He's got his man. It's the rookie out of Colorado. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're set up at the 35 now. They send a tight end in motion. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Great, set. Delta.
Goddard makes the catch. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And the Panthers into the nickel set. Third down coming. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. It is Cup left side. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. We're a quarter of the way through on... Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Alpha, alpha, alpha. No touch.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. It's a 40-yard scamper, and they get some yards back. It's 2nd and 11.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
No touch.
From the pistol, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now.
Here we go.
They send him left out of the slot. To the air on 1st down. Young. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
All right, set now. 1st and 10.
19, 18.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Roll.
Hubbard again. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Matthew Wright for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Danny Gray to return it. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Great, set. No touch.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
No touch.
Here's Saquon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and just 2 to go. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th.
Hey, 73, 73.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Braden Mann on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punch, and here's another huge one. And that couldn't have hit any better. That took the perfect bounce and went out of bounds at the 1.
At their own 1-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Panthers. Long ways to go for a score. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
60 Eagles. Ready?
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. On third down, it's Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Barkley's got it. Has room into the secondary. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal.
Great. Set.
Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To begin the drive. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right, we talked about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And the Birds put their dime package out there. 3rd down coming up. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now it's Young. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Don't touch it. Don't touch.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
No touch that. Hey, 73, 73. No touch.
They run it with Saquon. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Josie Jewell making that stop.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Great, set. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
First down, ball at the 36.
Great, set.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Great, set. No touch.
Hurts setting up to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
No touch that. Tiger Swamp. No touch.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second and 3 now.
Great, set. Hey, easy, 63, bad. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check smash. Check smash. Ready?
This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's got a gain of 6 there. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
So we're through 3 here. The Panthers have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard.
Panthers 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They run again with Hubbard. Blast through midfield. And he works this down to the 41. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Young on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, ETN gets it. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Young to throw here on 3rd. Gets this to Sanders. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Steady! Warriors, steady! Go!
Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds Sanders. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10.
Steady! Reload! Reload!
Handoff running left, Hubbard. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
70 Lions!
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Panthers down by 7. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now!
Putting a receiver in motion. He'll throw it. Pass complete to Hubbard. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Here we go, set! Cut my team! Cut my team! Three!
Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Let's go! Hurt! Buffalo 18! Check go!
Looking to throw it. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Great.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Crowd, let me at it! Don't touch!
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
So beneath the chorus of fly, Eagles fly. It's a win for the Eagles.